saw a guy out there. I thought it was you. He was selling a guitar to somebody outside. So anyway, we're on the Garden State Parkway going south for we got a special invite to something that's like really hush-hush. So, whatever. Anyway.
But here we are at the Celia Cruz rest stop.
Who is Celia Cruz?
I think she was an author, but we'll have to Google it.
Yeah, you would Google it. Anyway, so.
I went to the Bon Jovi rest stop. I was really disappointed. He didn't pump my gas.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was from what did he say he was? He came from the harsh streets of Sayreville or
Yeah,
something?
I'd either wind up in prison or dead.
Yeah, okay.
But then I formed a rock group.
That's right. But now I run along the streets in Keansburg, dangerous Keansburg.
Yeah.
That was funny. That's another story. Anyway, so with music news, what we heard, like we're going to Vegas next week because we're going to check out Motley Crüe because we are. The news was that he had a stroke, and that's why.
How could you tell? I mean, that's not right.
I know it's not right.
It's not right. But I mean, he's been in rough shape for a long time.
Yeah, he has.
There's some pretty funny memes with like the Abominable Snowman, Vince Neil being interchangeable.
I think that's so rude. I mean, it's like, all right, whatever. But like, it's like, what have you done with your life? All right, so the guy's successful and
he's successful. He sounded really good on those early records.
Too Fast for Love album, I think, is the best.
Yeah.
Shout at the Devil. And the Motley Crüe album with John Corabi.
That was good.
I think that's their best album.
Production was amazing.
That was really good.
It didn't sell, though, I don't think.
Yeah, but that was a weird time because right after grunge and that, and it was actually good, but there was like really no music, especially on the radio. Like if you're into this music, there was nothing at that point.
But Hooligans Holiday, that was
a really good video, man.
Yeah.
So Corabi was great, and then I hear there was like some strife about him, and I think him and Mick Mars might have got along or something. Now you were saying that their albums would have been better, and Mars would have did a better job had there would been a second guitarist in that band.
Possibly. Mick Mars was very good though. He's totally underrated. Well, they got John 5 now, which is almost unbeatable.
Dude, John 5.
He's the best guitarist out there.
He's out. He's really awesome. We saw him in Philadelphia. Well, I did.
You saw him in Philly. We both saw him in Tina.
We saw him in Tina.
At the Debonair.
Yeah, that was like the 105.5 concert, and that was really good. I got great stuff.
Jared James Nicole opened that show. It's the first I saw him. He
was
awesome.
The first or second time because I seen him 2 times. And
you saw him in Philly. Yeah, you went without me. I was busy.
That's right, and we went. Whatever. I went to Philly, and it was odd because we got into the car, and there's like this drunk dude that hit into her car and fell, or he fell next door and this thing. And then John 5 was talking about like fire safety and overcrowding, and all these people were hanging out on the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Ian was his bass player, and Ian was sick. Not sick, but he had something with his ears and this whole thing, and he got him to sit down and play. He's like, I talked to him a few times after that. Really great guy. But
I remember talking to him in Tina, and we asked if we could interview him. He had to get permission. I guess that's just polite.
It's polite, and he's not the main selling point. He's the backup band.
Yeah, but everybody's got something to say.
It was like that dude.
You're watching us, right?
It was like Needles at Joan Jett's guitar player. We saw him in Vegas, right? Like Steve had this. No, Vegas. It was Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, yeah.
And Steve gets us back there. We're talking to her, and I'm talking to Joan Jett, which is a really funny story. You want to talk about it? I know we're going off tangent, but it's awesome.
Yeah, we're totally off topic.
Let's be glad just in case.
First of all, I knew everybody that was up there. I knew everybody by the bar. I knew everybody in the audience. I knew everybody backstage, which I think surprised you. But Joan Jett, I got to meet her for the first time. And Franco went first. So he had her ear, and she totally ignored me. I got pictures with her where she's looking beyond, talking to him. Why'd you ruin my moment?
I started talking to her about, I knew something about her music and where it was played over commercials and stuff in another country. And I had these stories.
I know she was fascinated.
And she just was like, what? And it was like stories I heard about Joan Jett in Egypt.
Yeah, during the traffic, they play your music in the Middle East.
Yeah, and she's like, what? And I had all this, and I remember all this information, and I told it to her, and there's like a whole bunch of people waiting to see her at a meet and greet. Steve was right after I was. And every picture, she's off to the side talking to me. They actually had to stop and they told her, Joan, enough. Like, you got to pay. And then I was backstage, and who was her keyboard player, whatever? Who's the guy she hangs out with?
Oh,
Nice guy, really. Arnie, Arno.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I got to look at that, right?
Is that Kenny? No, that's not
yeah,
Kenny.
what?
No, that's a drummer. That's not her drummer.
Okay. But anyway, that guy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit
we were
that
talking
because
to
we won't
him,
get backstage. if I
And
don't
she's
remember
not paying attention to anybody. She keeps talking to me, and they keep going. And she's like, that was a lot of fun.
I got his number in here, and I don't remember his name.
Check it out. So anyway, so like, yeah. So that was cool. So anyway, let's go back to Motley Crüe, which is why we're here. So Vince Neil had a stroke.
Well, I feel bad, like, dissing Vince because I got a show coming up, and Steve has been injured. So if he doesn't sound 100%, how can I mock somebody else?
Yeah.
And me, if I'm in charge of backing Steve up, and I don't sound good, how can I diss Vince Neil? But he's been hurting for some time. I give them a lot of credit, though. They get openers like Alice Cooper
Good.
that are very consistent. And in my opinion, he can't hold a candle to them vocally. You know, the bands are tight, but vocally, very weak.
That's where I discovered Nita Strauss.
Nita Strauss.
Was that 2015? 2014, I think it was 2015. She was Alice Cooper band. And we discussed this with Ryan Roxy. And I was just like taken by this guitar player, but very disturbed because I was taken by some guitar player. I'm like, I'm not supposed to feel that way about a man. Hey, that's not a man.
He wouldn't mind. No, that's why he wears those pants.
No, but it was like Nita Strauss. That's where I first found her. So.
And Nita's awesome. That band is so good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that band is amazing.
We'll be back in Jersey in a couple weeks.
I tell you, they have a side band without Alice that they play local clubs on nights off.
Yeah.
And sometimes after the show called the Goon Squad. They're really good. They'll do Motorhead and all that type of stuff.
And then you have the other Alice Cooper band.
The original band just came out with a new album called Revenge of Alice Cooper. First album in 49, 50 years. I think it's really good.
We had some of those people on our former version of
Yeah,
the
Dennis
show.
Dunaway. Of course, Ryan Roxy.
And then you went to the screening of that documentary.
Yeah, you went to see Kiss that night.
Yeah, Kiss. Actually, that was for my brother, and he was
I know.
cool. And he
It was just
awesome.
a shame that was the same night.
Everything is.
Because, I mean, when we were seated at the private event, you know, May Pang was next to me, and we had, it was really an all-star guest list.
Yes, I had help at that show, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was Kiss, it was your brother, I wanted to go.
Yeah. That was interesting. That was like, and that's interesting to try to get somebody up a homemade ramp 2x4s into a van to get them into the van.
Well, does the audience know your brother's situation? Well, you're talking about ramps and stuff.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair.
It took two of us.
Yeah. It's tough stuff.
It was pretty wild. Which is an interesting point. Whenever I took my brother around, see, white people are funny. Like, let's go into this. Take it, especially in the beginning.
So it wasn't your black brother.
Nah, it was my like you could be struggling, like I did when I had that job in Manhattan. I'd have 100 feet of this cable that was made up of 3 wires that they'd have to put into a building, and I'm struggling with it, and I'm pushing an electrical panel on wheels, and I'm in Manhattan, and I'm there first, coming out of a building, and I pissed off every white person that came around me because they're like,
You're inconvenienced.
I'm inconvenienced there. I'm
I
sidestepping.
remember those panels.
Yeah, those are.
They got those wires.
Those are heavy.
Yeah.
Now, if you got the black people on the way, they're like, "Hey, you need some help with that? Hey, let me excuse you." Hey,
Yeah,
let me
but
get that.
you need some help with that?
How many times at a mall, it was like black people would come up to me and be like, "Let me help you because I'm trying to pick my brother up, put him in." Every white person's like, it's like the nasty white lady from Cold Snack yesterday. She got her hair all done, boobs sticking out, $5,000 dress, waiting for a put. I got these stupid things, trying to get into a doorway, and she's like pissed off. I'm gonna go, like, you know, she's in my way or I'm in her way, or she had a. I saw for a split second there was, maybe I should hold the door open for this guy. Not happening, right? So I got better things to do, and walk off. It's like,
Well, you're speaking of Cold Snack.
yeah,
When I go to the Wawa there, every kid in the and the store has more money than me and a nicer car.
That's why you got to hang out in Keansburg, man.
Yeah, well,
It's where it is. It's like a lot better.
that's what we do.
Actually, Keansburg has a bad rap, and they were told, like, you know, when
I like it.
it was like, stay away from there. But then I go there, and I'm just like, it's really cool, and I met like the coolest people in the world there. That's why I live in Keansburg. Okay.
You know, we were talking about Joan Jett's guitar player in the lobby. We set up before at a whole meet and greet thing.
Yeah.
This is totally out of order.
Oh, yeah.
But he was buying water. I mean, I'm surprised they don't give him water backstage.
But he was checking the prices.
Yeah.
He was looking at everything, and then he's like looking. I'm like, do you get paid for this job?
Well,
like, I mean,
we
I know
wanted to
you would-
interview him, and he totally.
he like
Like-
ran.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to this guy? Like,
I
don't
think
know.
Joan runs a tight ship. You know?
I'd like to go on Joan's ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you apparently you could have.
Missed that.
She loves women.
Those rumors are not true.
You don't think?
Shush. Anyway, so yeah, so that was like, I feel bad. For
Well, you know, I went to another Joan Jett show at the Art Center
yeah,
in Jersey,
yeah.
and we had backstage passes, me and Steve Trzynski. And
I know.
she didn't appear at that one, but we drank all her beer.
That serves her right then.
She don't drink, and there's just a cooler and a bunch of guests, and we drank all Joan's beer.
It was like that with the what is it? The comedian Anthony Rodia and whoever else I filmed a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, before this happened, in Jersey City, and he had a cooler, but he was cool about everything, and it was like really awesome. Like, whatever you want. I'm like, don't say that, because anything. Well, we're not going to drink that. You can have it all. You sure? Because I could take all that White Claw, all that beer, all those Coronas, and everything, just put it in my case and take it out of here. Yes. And I gave it out to the people in Keansburg because they need it and they look for it. So I'm like, here you go, here you go. I'm like, I'm going to be the mayor of Keansburg.
You think so?
I think so.
You think so? You're doing that well at the pub?
I know everybody and a couple places, and you can just go down the street.
I recognize everybody. I don't know any names. but
I know
I've
everybody.
only been there 4 times.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah. So anyway, so that was just like we're back to Motley Crüe.
Yeah,
because
back to
that's
Motley
why I
Crüe.
went.
Tonight tonight
All right, so
actually their
tonight's the
debut.
first one on the 13th.
So this is going to air after their show.
Yeah.
What do we
so
predict of their performance?
I predict, unfortunately, for
John 5 is going to rock.
John 5 will rock, and you're going to get half lyrics from our buddy Vince. September 17th, and we're going to be at the one on the 19th. So we got September 13th, September 17th, September 19th, September 20th, the 24th, the 26th, the 27th. Then we go to October 1st and October 3rd.
He might be rested up for the first. A little bit of rehearsal, a little bit of live.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but
I don't know.
I just feel bad for the guy in his condition and knowing that, like, everything he's been through in his life. But he did make a great name for himself. But John 5's gonna like rock him.
They should get John Karabi back for the.
I don't know how it's gonna work.
I don't know.
I think Karabi and 5 would be good, and I'm pretty sure.
They should form a band called the Motleys.
That was good. Did you hear, like, you know, what was it? The Rob Zombie, Nikki Sixx, John 5 doing that I've Been Everywhere, Johnny Cash
Yeah, I liked
cover.
it. I only heard it a
That's
couple
good, what was
times.
it? The Rats, the LA Rats.
Yeah, I like it.
That was really good. I seen Nikki Sixx down at Starland under, like, what is it, 6 a.m.?
Did you?
That was really good. I brought my little cousin down.
You know what showed up on Facebook Memories? It was a year since that metal Allegiance show at Starland, where everybody played John Bush. And,
That was a year ago.
that was a year ago
No, it
this
wasn't.
week. Think so?
No, that can't be. You're saying that's a year we shot? I was there?
Yeah.
That's when I took the picture with Twisted Sisters.
Yeah,
I never
Twisted
got-
Sister's all of the other ball of wax.
That was awesome.
You got Twisted Sister going back on the road with Paul Veneer's friend Joe Franco on drums.
Oh, then I'll be shooting Twisted Sister.
Allegedly.
Allegedly on drums. Paul Veneer, did he send that video music that I need?
No, I didn't talk to him yet.
We gotta put that up.
Okay, this is
Yeah, I'm sorry. We keep going off tangent. You know what? ADD. Sorry.
ADD.
You're doing a great job holding that camera. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
It's so good. It's so good of you.
Our staff.
Your finger's not in the way, right? You sure? Because I see your finger near 3 lenses. That by far, let's give Apple a plug. Let's hear it for Apple phones that are actual cameras.
No Apple phone.
Imagine that in 1990.
Did you see the new
What?
Samsung? It opens up. It's brand new. It's like $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend at work has one. He told me yesterday, "You want to hold it?" I'm like, "No." He made me. It was really nice.
Drop it down the toilet. How many iPhones go down the toilet? I'd like to know that.
A lot.
That would be really good. I love that.
All right, so what's your opinion, everyone, on the Motley Crüe? What's it going to be? What was it last night? By the time you
Yeah, if
see
you
this,
let us know. What was your favorite Motley Crüe album? I got to, real quick, I got to meet Tommy Lee once. I was 16.
Was he dressed?
He was dressed, right? Kinda. Anyway, so I was hanging out because I got information where they were supposed to be. And I hung out, skipped out of school, drove down there. I stole the car. Hung out, waited. Actually saw Tommy Lee walking across the SeaWorld parking lot with Heather Locklear. She was so cool about everything. He was really cool too because I had these albums. I used to buy like bootleg albums when I was living in like New York, and go to like Sullivan Street, Second Coming Record, Bleecker Bob's, buy all this like stuff because there was no phones, you couldn't get any of this, no internet. So I found that, and he signed. He was like, "Heather, check this out. This is cool." It's him on the cover. He signed that. He was looking at it. He was talking about it.
Where was this? Jersey?
This was in Orlando.
Orlando. Okay.
Because
I think they might have lived in Jersey.
Yeah, she did. I think that was with the other dude. Which is
What, Sandora?
Yeah. So we're there, and I'm like taking, and then I had the only thing I had, and my father being a photographer, me having 50 cameras, I had a box camera. One of those crappy things. So
what? The
one,
pharmacy?
Yeah, the one that
I used to use those.
Like really, that's all I had, right? So, and Heather Locklear was telling the guy, the bellhop or whatever he was.
It's hard to get a photo pass on one of those.
Yeah. She's like, turn it this way, do it this way, that way. It was greatest day, right? Go run out, get them from, developed box camera, right? I got freaking silhouettes of me at one time, the hottest woman in the world, and Tommy Lee. Me and her, more of me and her, just her, and there's nothing to show for it. So I guess in life,
yeah, but you got Calico Cooper.
You know what? It's everything I've had has been discarded and thrown out.
Not everything.
Nothing.
We got a couple.
I got a couple things left.
But
even that stuff was like, all right, here I go. You want to see me and Tommy Lee and Heather? Look at this silhouette. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, let's hear from Motley Crüe. We'll be there this week. And
comment, share.
subscribe, like us, because we got to get out of our jobs to do this full time. And that's why we're on the Garden State Parkway right now, going south to a very private thing, which thank you for inviting us. That's so cool.
Yeah, man. And lucky us, our work is play.
That's it. Thank you very much.